On Ticker, this is Import Export with Lawrence Christophels.
Hi again. Thanks for sticking around. We've got an absolute pleasure to have our VIP guest for this morning, Jamilah Ibrahim from MATRADE here in Melbourne. Thank you so much for joining me, Jamilah.
Yeah, thank you for inviting, Lawrence. Yeah.
Jamilah, tell me a little bit about yourself and MATRADE. First of all, when you joined MATRADE, and then maybe you can explain MATRADE's role.
Okay. My name is Jamilah Ibrahim. I'm the Trade Commissioner of MATRADE. MATRADE stands for Malaysia External Trade Development Corporation. Established in 1993, October 1993, and I joined MATRADE also in October 1993.
Oh, okay.
So I considered the first batch of MATRADE.
Okay.
Okay. So our mission is actually to promote Malaysian enterprises to the world. Right. So our main function is, of course, to promote, assist, and develop Malaysia external trade. Focusing on the manufactured and semi-manufactured products, and also for the services areas related to trade.
Okay.
And as the National Trade Promotion Agency also, because we are under the Ministry of International Trade and Industry, we also provide training programs to the Malaysian exporters, especially for the SMEs.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and our task is, of course, to undertake market research and also to develop a comprehensive database on trade information, so that it can be used in future as a guidance and reference. And we also undertake export promotion activities, like to assist Malaysian participation in trade fairs, seminars, and also one-to-one business meeting.
Correct.
Yeah, and of course our objective is to raise the profile of Malaysian exporters, and also to introduce them to the foreign importers.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that a couple of points you touched on there, Jamilah. Education, making sure that they're as export capable and export ready as possible.
Yeah, so that they have international marketing skills.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think especially when you look at Australia, we do have very strict border control. We have really strict quarantine regulations, which are much tougher than many markets around the world. So it's great that your role there with MATRADE is to try and pre-advise some of those exporters who want to come into Australia.
Yeah, normally our seminar or training program, we will update the Malaysian exporters on the current trade regulations all over the world. Yeah, correct.
What are the major sectors of export out of Malaysia? Not just to Australia, but globally. What's Malaysia famous for from exporting perspective?
Our crude petroleum, because we have national oil and gas company, Petronas. I think you heard.
Yeah, I know from the Formula One. I know the Petronas.
Right, and of course we are good at electrical and electronic products, E&E, because we also have very good Malaysian companies that deal with the sector, and we also have many multinational companies who base in Malaysia. Yeah.
Well, I think that point there, the base in Malaysia for multinationals, because of that sort of almost like the spearhead of the ASEAN group.
Yes, correct.
Malaysia's a really powerful.
They are actually considering Malaysia as a gateway to other ASEAN countries. As you know, ASEAN countries, their population is more than 600 million. So it's a huge market. So that's the reason why, one of the reasons they would like to make Malaysia as a gateway to other ASEAN countries.
And I think there's also a lot of young, innovative companies coming out of Malaysia as well. They're really dynamic. They've got great ideas, great food products, great fashion products. Even some. I've seen some of the furniture designs. They're really innovative, inspiring.
And you can see, Lawrence, in Melbourne itself, we have so many Malaysian property developers. I think you are used to Setia. Setia Melbourne. We have UEM. We also have EcoWorld and also OSK Property. Currently, they are constructing the Melbourne Square.
Oh, right. Okay.
It will be completed by end of this year. So by having many Malaysian developers here, we hope that we can leverage on their investment here, so that other Malaysian companies that deal with building materials, they can also access
they can
market.
open that portal.
Correct. And for F&B, because I think you realize there's so many Asian community in Melbourne and also in Australia, and it's growing. So we should also like to leverage on this Asian community here.
It's a good point to bring up MIHAS.
So
correct. Maybe explain to the viewers.
Thank you also for coming to our briefing.
No, it was my pleasure.
It was last week, right?
Last week.
Last
beautiful
week.
Lunch. Thank you.
That is one of the activities that we organize to make Malaysia on the radar to the Australian business people.
And I think that halal growth sector in that MIHAS event coming up, it's a really powerful opportunity again for Australian companies to look at how they can bring those products in. But also for Australian companies who want to try and penetrate the Malaysian market and broader ASEAN market, to say, look, we've got some really good product here as well. So that trade opportunity is there for bilateral opportunity.
Right. I would also like to inform that initially MIHAS was scheduled. Was scheduled from 1st to 4th April, but now it has been postponed from 1st to 4th September 2020. So, like I mentioned during my briefing last time, they have two segments. One is for the foreign companies to come as an exhibitor to exhibit in MIHAS 2020. And another one program that we call Incoming Sourcing Program, where we invited foreign buyers to come to Malaysia to meet with Malaysian exporters. We will arrange for their business meetings and we will also bring them to MIHAS to visit the event.
And I think you've got some great support models for that as well, with hotel support and things like that.
For the
well.
incoming sourcing program, we will, for buyers, we will provide complimentary 4-night stay in Kuala Lumpur.
So really entice them to come along and see the best of Malaysian product there.
True.
So what other things have you got coming up? I know obviously with coronavirus a few things have had to be postponed and changed.
Supposedly we supposed to have 6 Malaysian companies coming next week from 16 to 21st, but it has been postponed to 3rd week of October, tentatively 3rd week of October, but we will still keep. Some of the schedule has been arranged. We will still be meeting with the buyers. My office will be meeting with the buyers, and after that we will let both parties, Malaysian exporter and the Australian buyer, to communicate.
What are those sectors for the audience? For the viewers there? What are the sectors that will be coming out in October?
In October, we have F&B. We also have ICT, building materials, furniture, and plus size women clothing, women garments.
So it's quite a diverse mix. That's great.
Right.
And it also shows the diversity of opportunities with Malaysia.
That program we call Mid-Tier Companies Development Program. Because MATRADE, we not only assist the SMEs, we also provide assistance to the mid-tier companies. Great. But of course, for SMEs, they will have financial assistance. But for the mid-tier companies, normally we will assist them in terms of arranging business meeting for them.
Great. So if I'm an Australian company, I'm looking to source, like I had Darren on the show a few segments ago, talking about sourcing alternatives from China. So if I'm an importer and I say, look, I can't get my product anymore from China, or I can, but I want to look at alternative sourcing. Can they approach you at MATRADE and say, look, I'm looking at some sort of products like these, and can Malaysia help? Definitely, because every day we will receive trade inquiries from area that under our coverage, like Australia, New Zealand, because my office also cover other Pacific Island countries, so altogether 26 countries. You can always drop your email to my office at Melbourne at matrade.gov.my, or you can also call our office 03-9832-8600, or you can just drop by to our office. 432 St. Kilda Road, level 7. It's a beautiful office. And look, I think that's a lot of companies, as I said earlier with Darren, is that so many companies are rethinking their supplier base, and the traditional supplier base predominantly being, if you like, too much focused just on China, which is a great opportunity for companies to look at alternative countries and alternative sourcing. But it also means that they can diversify and spread their risk, but they get a whole new range of products and different type of, ideas coming from. The Malaysian population and SMEs are very different to the Chinese SMEs and Korean and Japan. So I think what I see, being impartially in the middle, so many markets now can actually showcase what they've got to offer, because the blinkers have almost come off with what's happened recently with the coronavirus. So what else, from a point of view, you mentioned that you were, if you like, the first batch of MATRADE. How long have you been in Australia?
I'm so blessed because I have so many business friends that are very supportive to our program and very supportive in terms of if I say I need them, they always come forward to help. And one of them are you, Lawrence. You are very supportive to MATRADE, to MATRADE Melbourne, and very supportive to our program. Thank you so much.
No, it's a pleasure.
And also thank you for invitation for today.
Well, look, as I said earlier, it is really important for us with the show to increase awareness of how importers can look at the sourcing problem that they're facing now. Especially
during this time.
As much as it is a challenge for many companies, not just in Australia, globally, it also is a good wake-up call. It's a great opportunity. With every crisis comes opportunity. And once the dust settles, instead of having one core supplier, they might have 10 different suppliers. And they've got a much better, stronger product mix.
Not rely only from one source.
That's right.
And Australia always been our top 20 largest trading partner, because based on 2019 stats, Australia was our 13th largest trading partner, 12 largest export destinations, and 11 largest in terms of import source.
And we've got the MATRADE, the free trade agreement.
That show how important Australia to Malaysia.
So it's a very strong partnership already, and it's growing all the time. Thanks so much, Jamilah, for joining me.
Thank you, Lawrence.
Absolute delight to have you on the show, and look forward to keeping in touch. And when you get the delegations coming through, and with further updates on dates and schedules, we're happy to announce that on the show.
Thank you so much for being so supportive to our office.
Thanks so
All
much.
right. Thank you.